We begin our training for lucid dreaming by learning how to differentiate between a dream and conscious reality. This process is called reality testing. Let's get into it. Namaste, Sacred Masters. I'm Dr. Iwas Ukehi, Certified Shadowwork NLP Manifestation Coach. And today, we're going to learn about reality testing. Reality testing, or some like to call reality checks, is a psychical and mental action that you perform multiple times a day to help you differentiate whether you're in a real world or a dream world. Now, you're wondering, why do you have to do that when you obviously know that you're not dreaming right now? But the thing about reality testings is that it programs your brain to subconsciously do these reality checks, both in waking state and dream state. If you have not done reality checks in your waking life, you wouldn't do it in your dream state either. By programming and making it a habit, you'll find that you begin to do reality checks in your dreams as well, as this is what triggers you to know that you are dreaming, which activates the lucid state. Now, how many times must you do it? That depends on the person. We know that we must definitely do it multiple times a day, every 1 to 2 hours, but when does it become an automatic function that you do subconsciously? Everybody's different, but the average is a week. Some people can pick up on habits faster than others, so the trick is to remain consistent. I'm going to give you several reality checks so you can choose which ones you like and start doing it. The hand reality test. Start by checking your hands and really studying it. Your hands will look different in your dreams than in reality. This is because the hands, as evidence in palmistry, contains patterns that creates illusory correlation in our conscious and subconscious brains. In dream states, your hand might have an extra finger, have different coloration, or in some cases, missing patterns of lines in your palms. Another way to do a hand reality check is the finger through the palm method. This is when you push your finger firmly through your palms and visualize your finger going through your palm. In waking life, of course, it won't happen, but in dream states, your fingers will go right through your palms. The nose reality test. One of the ways to do a reality check is by pinching your nose, closing your mouth, and try to breathe. In dream states, you'll be surprised that you can actually breathe. This is because even though you hold your nose and mouth closed, your body in reality is breathing when you're sleeping in bed. This can be a jarring effect for people who experience it for the first time and them knowing they're in a dream. The text reality test. Write a sentence on a piece of paper and put it near you. The sentence can be anything such as, "I am lucid dreaming now," or it can even be a manifestation goals, dreams, and desires. Look at a written text, quickly look away, and back at it again. In the dream state, the words will be different, constantly shifting and being altered. It could look scrambled, change in ink color, or sometimes completely disappeared from the paper altogether. The reason why this happens is that in the outer reality, you can trust that the light bouncing off the papers into your eyes will predict that each time you see the text, it will always look the same and consistent. In dream states, your mind is generating these images instead of a consistent light source. Mirrors. Mirrors are another good way to see if you are in a dream state. When you see your reflection in a mirror, you won't look normal. As somebody who has tattoos, I remember looking into the mirror once and my tattoos are gone. So look into the mirror and begin studying every single detail. Just giving it a glance will not work because you want to study in your dream state. So perform this action as though you are in a dream, training your mind to always be asking questions. Architecture. Similar to the finger through the palm trick, doors and walls are solid objects in the outer world that you can visualize yourself walking through it. If you're in a dream state, it is completely possible as well. Other ways is you visualizing jumping off a couple flight of stairs and visualize yourself floating down or flying. Again, gravity will obey its law in the outer reality, while in a dream state, you will find yourself floating and even flying. Clocks and watches. If you have a watch or a clock nearby, try to constantly check the time, look away, and quickly check back the time again. Similar to the text check, the time in the clock will change in the dream states as well, triggering you to know when you're dreaming. There are other ways to check reality. I know a client who bites her tongue and sees it hurts. If she cannot feel pain or an odd sensation, she knows she's in a dream. But I don't recommend it personally because I don't condone to doing anything that causes your body discomfort. Whatever method you choose, just focus on picking one reality check for at least a week, multiple times a day, about 1 to 2 hours apart. This is the average time somebody will start to subconsciously do reality checks both in waking life and in dream life. If you want to use multiple checks, try to combine them together into one reality check. For example, combining the finger through the palms with checking your hands. If you tend to forget, you can set an alarm or timer on your phone to remind you to do a reality check. The key here is that you want to build this into a habit. Remember, you want full awareness when you're doing reality checks, not just a mere glance back and forth. Begin the process of always doubting your reality. It is only when we wake up we realize something is strange. We may think that everything is the way it should be, but this is exactly how we think in our dreams as well. Think about it. How do you know when you're awake? You can see things, you can feel, you are aware, you just are. But this all applies in the dream world too. So by fostering a state of doubt in your reality, you can open yourself up to being lucid in your dreams. Thus, follow these 4 steps: reality testing, make it a habit, develop full awareness, and foster a state of doubt about reality. Remember that your dreaming mind lacks clarity of thoughts and can't draw the same conclusions as your waking mind. Your brain creates neural constructs based on experiential learning, which means patterns of thinking based on your real-life experiences. We know that when we jump, we will fall as quick through the law of gravity. We don't question that. And because we don't question it, when we are in a dream state, we don't question why we fly when we jump or float to the ground. We become so accustomed to accepting our reality, whichever is presented to us, that our self-awareness just accepts it in dreams as well. This is why reality checks are so important. For some people, reality checks is enough to trigger the lucidity state in dreams. But for many others, they may need more advanced methods and hack the body to induce lucid dreaming. This is where the 3rd video comes in, on inducing lucid dreaming. By hacking our sleep patterns, it is possible to trigger lucid dreams. I'll show you how. See you in the next video.